Good afternoon, students. So we have started with the fuse chapter. I hope you have understood all the basics of fuse. What is fuse? Why it is used? Right? We have already seen it. So we will just revise it quickly and we will move further. We are going to see different types of fuses. We are going to see 3 types of fuses in today's lecture. And again one is remaining that we will see in next lecture. So we will do the quick revision of fuse. So what is fuse? Fuse is a safety device. So remember the keywords. What is the fuse? It is safety device. It is safety device. Okay. So this fuse is safety device. Why we use? We use this device for safety purpose. Whenever the normal current flows, it's okay. But whenever if the current value increases, overcurrent will flow. Then what will happen? Our appliances, or now consider any of the motor, due to overcurrent, what will happen? Windings, there are windings in our motor, wires are installed, right? So that wires or windings may get damaged, right? That means our instrument or that appliance will get damaged. To protect our appliance from overcurrent, what we do? We use fuse. So what is the basic definition of fuse? Fuse is a safety device used for overcurrent protection. This fuse is connected in series with the circuit. So how the fuse is connected? Fuse is connected in series with circuit which protects the electrical appliance from damage. Are you okay with the definition? Have you got the definition? If you have any problem, please comment or you can WhatsApp. So this is the basic definition. Fuse is safety device which is connected in series with circuit to protect the electrical appliance from overcurrent. You can write the definition in any of your words, but remember the keywords. What are the keywords? It is safety device, it is connected in series, and the most important, it protects or provides protection from overcurrent. So we are going to see the classification or the parts of fuse. What are the main parts? Parts of fuse. So fuse is nothing but it is a wire. It has a wire. We have already learnt what type of wire it is. So this is wire. What happens? Whenever the current flows through, normal current flows through this wire, it will carry the normal current, right? There will be no any problem, there will be no heating. Before that, whenever the current flows through any of our appliance, what happens? It gets heated up, right? So whenever the current will flow, it will get heated up, but it is normal, right? But whenever, so now this is the normal condition. This is in our normal condition. But in our faulty or abnormal condition, what happens? More current will flow, right? More current will flow. So due to that more current, what will happen? More heating will be produced, right? More heating will be generated. So what will happen? Due to that more heating, this wire, that is fuse wire, will melt. So what will happen after melting? It will cut. That means it will break. It will melt and break that wire. So due to this breaking, what will happen? Our current will not go further. Right, current will be stopped here only. Now it cannot travel. It cannot travel, right? It is broken circuit. So this provides protection. When it is in normal condition, it carries the current very safely, right? And whenever in abnormal condition, if the current increases, what happens? It gets heated and it melts and breaks. So whenever this happens, then what will happen? The current will not flow further. Okay, are you clear with the definition? Now we will see the parts of fuse. What are the main parts of fuse? So first one is this, that is fuse wire. This is the part, this is the fuse wire. Second, fuse carrier. Fuse carrier. So what does it mean by fuse carrier? We will just see first parts. What are the parts? And third one is fuse base and fourth one is fixed contacts. So these four are the main parts of the fuse. So we will see one by one. If they ask you to explain different parts of fuse, then you have to write this. What are the main parts? Fuse wire, fuse carrier, fuse base and fixed contacts. What is fuse wire? We have already seen here. This is the fuse wire. So what you have to write here in the fuse wire? So it is part of fuse. Fuse wire is part of fuse. I will write here just keywords. Part of fuse. It is part of fuse which melts. Right here I have told you it melts whenever the abnormal current flows through the circuit. It melts when abnormal current flows through the circuit, and it disconnects an apparatus or the circuit from the main supply. That means current cannot flow further. So this is the fuse wire. So fuse wire is nothing but it is the part of fuse which melts whenever abnormal current flows through the circuit. Now fuse carrier. So it name itself says carrier, that means it which carries. Fuse carrier, the part to which the fuse wire is fitted is called as fuse carrier. So carrier. So that means here the fuse is fitted, or that fuse, the part which carries the fuse is called as fuse carrier. So the part to which fuse wire is fitted, fuse wire is fitted, is called as fuse carrier. Now this fuse carrier is made of porcelain having two contact strips, right? So this fuse is carried by this two contacts. This is called as fuse carrier. So this fuse carrier is made of porcelain base. Porcelain means it is insulating material. That means current will not flow through that fuse carrier. Current will only flow through this wire. So fuse carrier, it is part which carries the fuse wire, or the fuse wire is fitted on, is called as fuse carrier. It is made of porcelain having two contact strips. It is removable part of fuse, right? So it can be removed. Now fuse base. Name itself says base means the base part on which fuse is fitted. So it is a fixed part of fuse. So fuse base is fixed part. It is a fixed part. Fuse base is a fixed part of fuse, and this is also made of porcelain. This is made of porcelain. It is a part of fuse which has a fixed contacts. That means this fuse base is fixed and it is made of porcelain. And now fixed contacts. So fixed contacts are provided on the porcelain base. That means the fuse base, on this fuse base fixed contacts are provided. So these contacts are provided in the porcelain base of the fuse and engage with the fuse carrier contacts. That means this fixed contacts are placed on the fuse base. So this is about the parts of fuse. Fuse wire, we have already know fuse wire, it is part of fuse which melts when abnormal current flows. Fuse carrier, the fuse wire which is fitted on, right? Fuse wire, it is part of fuse wire which is fitted. That means this part, this is called as fuse carrier which carries the fuse wire. Fuse base, it is the base which is fixed and it is made of porcelain. Fixed contacts, these fixed contacts are on the base, fuse base. So this is about the fuse, parts of fuse. Now we will see different types of fuses. So there are two types. First one is rewirable fuse, and second one is cartridge fuse. So rewirable fuse means, so this wire can be replaced. Once it melts, then what we can do, we can replace this wire. We can place here another wire. And in cartridge fuse, that is non-rewirable. That means the whole fuse unit has to be replaced here. Here the whole fuse unit is to be replaced in cartridge type, but in rewirable fuse type, what we can do, we can just replace this wire. We can replace this wire. Once this wire melts, we can remove that wire and we can put the another new wire. So these are the two types, that is rewirable fuse and cartridge type fuse. So we will see it, what are the different types of fuses. So here first one we are going to see is round type. So first one we are going to see is round type. So this is the diagram for it. This is the round type fuse unit. Round type fuse unit. This is the diagram. So this one is rewirable. That means we can rewire it. That means whenever the wire melts, fuse wire melts, we can remove that fuse wire and we can replace it with the new fuse wire. So this is called as rewirable. It comes in rewirable. Okay, now we will see this. So this is the fixed part, that is, this is the base part and this is the cover, right? So it can be said that this is the base part that is attached and this is the cover part. So this is the base part and this is the cover. So this is the base and this is cover. So this is the base which is attached or fixed and this is the cover that we can remove it and we can just replace that fuse wire. So here this is the fuse wire. So I will just name it. So it is also called as fuse element. This is fuse element. This is the base and these are the holes provided on the cover. So this is the cover, this is the base and the holes are provided on the cover. Now we will see what exactly happens. So it is similar as sealing rose. I hope you know what is the sealing rose. So this looks like similar to the sealing rose. It is made of bakelite or porcelain material. So the base part, cover part, everything is made of porcelain. That means it is made of insulating. So the current will only flow through this fuse element, not through the covers, right? So this is insulating. So whenever we touch it or whenever we are going to remove it, we are not going to get any kind of shock. So this is made of porcelain or bakelite, which are the insulating materials. Base is fixed on wooden board with screw. So this is the base part, right? So we can attach it or we can just place it on this wooden board. We can attach it with the screws. So this base is first attached on the wooden base with the screws. There are two terminals on the base in which fuse element is fitted. So observing this diagram only, so these are the two elements in which this fuse element is fitted. That means this is the fuse wire which is fitted here, right? There are two terminals on the base in which the fuse element is fitted. Small holes are provided on this cover. So as I told you, small holes are provided. Here you can see on the cover, small holes are provided. Why does the small holes are provided? Because whenever there is overcurrent flowing, then what will happen? Our fuse element or the fuse wire will heat up more, right? So due to that more heating, what will happen? This will melt, right? This will melt, and due to that melting, there will be some of the gases produced. So, or to help that melting, we require some gases, right? We required air. For that purpose, for the ventilation purpose, here holes are provided. So small holes are provided on the cover for the air entrance to help the burning of fuse. That is, it helps the melting of fuse. To provide passage of gases due to melting. So whenever this wire melts, there are some gases produced. To remove that gases, what we do? We have provided here holes. From these holes, ventilation is provided. So this is about the round type unit. So there are some disadvantages of this type. So one of the terminal is always energized with live wire, that is positive phase. So this one of the terminal, there are two terminals, right? So here one of the terminal is always connected to the phase. So we know what is phase, neutral, right? So here we have to always energize one terminal with the phase. So whenever there is abnormal or whenever the overcurrent flows, this wire will melt. So whenever this wire melts, we have to replace it, right? But this one of the terminal is connected always to phase wire. What happens? It is very risky, right? So it is dangerous or it is difficult to replace this fuse element. Why it is difficult to replace this fuse element? Because this one of the terminal is always connected to the phase wire. So this is about the round type of fuse unit. So I will explain it once again. So this is the base part, this is the cover, right? So this is base part is fitted on the wooden board with the screws. It has two terminals in which a fuse element is fitted. Everything is clear up to here. Now this is the cover. On this cover they have provided with small holes. These holes provides the entrance of air to help the burning or melting of this fuse element, and whenever the melting happens there are some gases provided. So these gases are removed outside through this hole. So this material is made, or this part is made of porcelain or bakelite, which are insulating materials. Disadvantage, what is disadvantage? One of the terminal is always connected to the phase. So whenever there is replacement of this wire, it is difficult to replace. Why it is difficult? Because it is energized with the positive phase. That is, it is energized or it is always given the positive phase. So this is about the round type fuse unit, and it is rewirable. Taking certain precautions, we can rewire it. So what are the precautions that we have to take? That we must turn off the main switch. We have to turn off. That means it must be open, so there will be no current flowing. So this is about the round type of fuse unit. Now we will see the cartridge type. So this is the diagram of cartridge type. This is second type. Cartridge type fuse unit. So this is the cartridge type fuse unit. This is the diagram. So this is non-rewirable. First we saw the round type, that was rewirable, but now here this is cartridge type. This is non-rewirable. That means it is not possible to rewire the fuse element or fuse wire. So what we have to do? We have to replace all this fuse unit. We have to replace this fuse unit itself, right? So we will see what is the constructional details. These types of fuse units are completely enclosed, right? So this is completely enclosed. Here, as we can open the cover, here there is nothing provided. This is completely enclosed. In this cartridge, in this container only everything is fitted. So it is not openable. It is completely enclosed. Fuse element is kept in peculiar shape just like bullet, known as cartridge. So this is similar looking to like bullet, right? So this is called as cartridge type fuse unit. So this is fuse element, that is fuse wire, is kept inside this container, and this container is similar looking like bullet. We know, everyone know the bullet, so it is similar to the bullet. So this is called as cartridge, right? Now this container, we are seeing this container, in this container fuse element is placed, and in this container itself it is filled with quartz. So it is filled with quartz. So this container is filled with quartz. So this container is heat resistance, good insulating material, and is completely sealed. So as I told you, this complete container is enclosed. That means we cannot open it. So whenever the overcurrent flows, what happens? This every part or this full whole cartridge type fuse unit, we have to replace it with the new unit. and this container is completely filled with the quartz, and it is heat resistant. So this is the heat resistant and made of good insulating material. So whenever we touch it, we are not going to get any shock. Why? Because it is made of good insulating material and it is completely filled with quartz. Now, if the fuse goes off, complete unit is to be replaced. As I told you, whenever there is overcurrent, then what will happen? The wire will melt, fuse wire will melt, and we have to replace complete unit. So this is very costly. It cannot be rewired. As I told you in first case, the rewiring was possible, but here the rewiring is not possible. And here on this cartridge type fuse unit, there is one index circle, right? There is one index circle. So in normal condition, whenever there is normal current flowing through it, the condition of that circle, that is index circle, is clear. That means there is nothing, it is clear. But whenever the overcurrent flows and whenever the fuse element melts, then what will happen due to that gases and everything? That index circle will become dark, and that is the indication that our fuse is gone. So this is about the cartridge type fuse unit. So I will explain it once again. So the cartridge type fuse unit is completely enclosed. That means we cannot open it. Once the fuse is gone or whenever the fuse element melts, we have to replace the complete unit. The container is filled with quartz. It is good insulating. It is made of good insulating material and it has heat resistant. That means it will not heat up early. And in normal condition, there is some index circle provided here. In normal condition, it is clear. But whenever the fuse goes, then it becomes dark. So this is about the cartridge type fuse unit. Now we will see HRC type fuse unit. So HRC type fuse unit. So what does it mean by HRC? HRC means high rupturing capacity. So whenever they ask you explain HRC fuse, then first thing you have to write is the full form of HRC. So HRC means high rupturing capacity. So the construction is similar to the cartridge type. This is also non-rewirable. This is also non-rewirable. That means we cannot replace the fuse wire once it melts. We cannot replace it. So it is non-rewirable. You can mention there also it is non-rewirable. So the construction is similar to the cartridge type, except that fuse wire can carry the short circuit heavy current for known period of time. So in the other, what happens whenever the short circuit current, that means overcurrent flows, at that particular instant only our fuse will get melted, fuse wire will get melted. But here in this HRC fuse, what happens whenever the current flows, whenever the overcurrent flows, for the short period it allows the flow of overcurrent, right? It allows to carry the short circuit heavy current for particular time period. In that time period, if the fault is cleared, then this fuse wire will not melt. If the fault is cleared, then fuse wire will not melt. But whenever in that particular period fault is not cleared, then the fuse wire melts. So what is the difference in this HRC fuse? That the main thing is what? Whenever the current, heavy current will flow due to any fault, so this HRC fuse wire will allow that overcurrent to flow for a particular time period, right? There is certain time period. For that time period, it will allow the flow of overcurrent. But in that particular time period, if our fault is cleared, that overcurrent is reduced or it is getting back to the normal current, in that time period only the fault must be cleared. Then and then only this fuse will not go or it will not melt. But if the fault is not cleared in that time period, then the fuse melts. This fuse wire will melt. So this is clear to you. So during that time, if the fault is removed, then it does not blow off, otherwise it blows off. The cartridge, that means this covering of HRC is made of either glass or some other chemical compound, right? So this is made of glass or any other chemical compound, and it is airtight, right? There is no entrance of air. It is airtight. Why it is airtight constructed? To avoid the effect of atmospheric air. So whenever the atmospheric air enters, there is some effect of it on this fuse. So it is made completely enclosed. That means no air can enter this. It is airtight. So this is about the HRC fuse unit. So I hope you have understood. So just main differences. One thing is only one different here, that this wire, fuse wire, allows the heavy current, that means overcurrent, it allows to flow for certain period of time. But in that time, if the fault is cleared, then what will happen? Our heavy current or overcurrent will come back to the normal. But it must happen in that particular time period only. Otherwise, this fuse element will melt. But the fault is cleared in that particular time period, then this fuse element will not go. It will not blow off, that means it will not melt. But the fault is not clear, then it will melt. So this is about the HRC type fuse unit. If you have any doubts, then you can ask. In next lecture, we will see another one type is remaining of fuse. We will see that, and in next lecture itself, we will start with the new chapter. So if you have any doubts, you can ask.